I love that takeout means food, dating, and murder. Take him out. If you're a praying mantis, it can be all three at once. You don't have to be a praying mantis. You need to grow a short afro and pretend it's long. Is that really his cranium? Is that actually his head? Or is he doing that thing that one guy did where he kept returning books to the library, making his head bigger every time? Is that what this guy is doing? Because if not, dang, you have got to be the smartest dude in the world. How many people call you Megamind? Anyway, this guy is correct. You should grow a short afro and see how it looks, okay? I'm really curious to see myself. Day 26 of animating. Look at the possibilities. Think about the money you could make. Do it. Put it on. Yes, I actually saw this sort of thing happen live when this person showed off their animation skills, and I mean, they are skills for sure. If this is just day 26 of animating, if like, let's say that means that they started 26 days ago, they're already doing pretty freaking good. Although I assume that it's their 26th day of animating this particular video. Like, they had to know what people were gonna be saying, or a lot of losers on the internet were gonna be saying. They definitely had to prepare. I just don't think they could have ever prepared for just how overwhelmingly people were gonna be weird about it. And yes, Oliver, you are one of the weird ones about it, all right? You can think it, but they don't need to hear it, you know? I don't know. Besides, think about the money? What do you mean? They're not gonna make any money. They're gonna post it, you're all gonna see it for free, yawn, and leave. They're not gonna make any money from doing it, you dork. I find atheists confusing. It's like going to a restaurant and believing there's no cook in the back. That's a baby-level metaphor. It's like going to a restaurant and ordering food, but it doesn't come. And the waiter tells you to keep ordering because the cook will hear you and your order will come. But it's been hours, and your food still hasn't shown up, and the waiter tells you you're not ordering hard enough. And also sometimes the waiter is inappropriate with kids. Oh, and a bunch of people are constantly dying from horrific diseases around you, while the cook refuses to feed them. Can you imagine, though, having a cook or chef or whatever at any restaurant that just doesn't do their job and then wanders around and goes, I just work mysteriously. You can't comprehend what it is that I am on, and you never will. Oh, too bad. Off topic, is it Batmans or Batmen? Common misconception. A group of Batman is actually called an orphanage. God, I'm so bored with Batman. I don't know why, but there's something almost intoxicating about drinking 14 beers. You know? You're right. 14 though. Good God. I know that 14 is usually hyperbole. What's the most you've ever had in one go? I think my record was 12, and I'll never, ever do that again because, oh my God, it's not fun throwing up forever afterwards. My boyfriend got his side pregnant, but we both love each other. Should I stay? Yes. They'll need a clown for the kids' birthday parties. Nah, come on, Rhonda, leave. You have no legal or even moral obligation at this point. Just go and find somebody that doesn't have a side. How about that? How about that? You're worth much more than a guy that has side, so to speak. Some people masturbate more than they brush their teeth. Who the hell brushes their teeth 15 times a day? Like, all I can focus on is the original image here. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Why do you care, all right? You're not smelling these people's breath, okay? You're not paying for their dental bills, all right? I don't give a shit, and I'm really surprised that you do, Lisa Simpson, or whatever your real goddamn name is. I don't know, and I also don't care about that. No more Down syndrome kids will be born. Japan scientists delete chromosome linked to the disorder. Grilled cheese market gonna crash. I'm confused. Is there a stereotype around people with Down syndrome where they like grilled cheese? What? Look, maybe I'm too, stupid. I don't know what it is, all right? But I don't understand that one at all. But have a great day, Scott8873. Yeah, you have a good day. I'm on r/Labubu commenting obvious counterfeit on every post. God's work. I'm on r/Labubu posting Labubu R34. Man, I am so specifically out of it with Labubu. That is the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. I collect a lot of stupid crap, okay? I am a collector by nature. That's what I do. I just do a lot of collecting, all right? I've got hundreds of things. See, I'm not even like a big collector. I don't have thousands of things. I just have hundreds, maybe 1 or 2 hundreds of things. But one thing you'll never catch me collecting, ever, are little stuffed animals. I can't do it. That stuff is not long for this world, okay? Look, I can say that the Beanie Babies, they're still around, okay? Barely, all right? Just barely. How long do you think Labubus are gonna last? Do you think those Squishmallows are gonna be here 60 years from now in your old age? No. Either you're gonna get rid of them or they're gonna fall apart. Okay, I just don't trust stuffed animals, little stuffies. I collect things that are going to last as long as possible. I mean, I say that and I collect things like video games and VHS tapes. They will not. However, the difference is, everyone says that those things don't last very long at all, but all the ones I have are over 35 years old and still play like they were brand new, so I don't understand what the people are talking about. Screw French people. What? Do you really think this shit is out of context? There's only hell for the baguette What? You know what? I'm hands off. Burger King can go off, I guess. I'm not their dad. I don't make the rules here, and I'm really glad I don't. How X, Y, and Z felt after leaving the alphabet and joining mathematics. Then you realize D is just A bricked up. What? Oh, I think I see what you're... Yeah. I see what you're saying. I think it's stupid, you know? I think it's kind of dumb, but no, I get it. I totally understand. I hate you, though. Let's split up, gang. Scooby, girls, you check out the basement, and I'll help Shaggy upstairs. Bruh, you cannot leave those white women alone with a Great Dane. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, stop it. Stop it. You're disgusting. No, genuinely. Even as a joke, if that's where your brain went, you gross me the hell out. Don't touch me. POV. You hear the full story and realize you've been defending the wrong person. Me after watching the World War II documentary. You know, it's funny, I bet Levi's not kidding. I've got a sneaky suspicion that a lot of people that make jokes like this aren't kidding. Oh, wow, that's super cool. I don't find it funny. I mean, I don't find a lot of the same stuff funny that I did 10, 15 years ago, which is good. I'm glad I don't. I'm glad that over this time, I have grown as a person in every conceivable way, except for physically. I stopped growing physically a long time ago, okay? I tapped out at 6'3". Sometimes I'm a little shorter. Sometimes I'm a little bit taller, but I basically tapped out overall. A sniper's dream. What is it with everybody who has giant craniums in this one? Why is that seemingly a thing? I don't understand. Is that just like a decent chunk of this subreddit? Like 20-25% of this subreddit is just someone with a big head? I don't get it. And what causes that? Genuinely, what in the world causes it to balloon up like that? Is it like a daily thing? You know, like a balloon? Or is it there since birth? What is it? A 40-year-old? No, he's not. Elon Musk. Haha, very funny. AI, awesome. AI is cool. AI is so awesome. I love AI. I built a demonic girl in Minecraft. What do you think? Is this what the UK citizens are going to have to do now? What is that? Oh. Okay, gotcha. That took me a second. Nope, that is probably what they're gonna have to do, if we're being completely honest. But hey, you know what? Restriction breeds innovation, okay? And I see this as very innovative, you know? Me personally, that's just what I think, okay? Hollywood star Al Pacino at 82 has announced that he is expecting his 4th child with his 29-year-old girlfriend, okay? Father and child are both gonna be wearing diapers. It must be kind of interesting, though, you know, never getting to know your father because he had you when he was in his 80s. Like, okay, maybe the kid will get to an age where he can have a memory of his dad who is old enough to almost be his great-grandfather at this point. It is a little weird. Like, dog, really? At this point? Why didn't you get it snipped, brother? Why? It's kind of I don't know. In my opinion, it's a little bit weird that you're in your 80s not worrying about that sort of thing. You should be, okay? Maybe at a certain point, just stop, dude. I mean, congrats that it still works, I guess, but dude, you don't need to be having them. Whatever, man. It's not even a money issue, obviously. It's Al Pacino. He's covered. His family's good, right? But it just seems crappy. I remember Dad. You don't, because he had me 45 years ago, and he had you 2 years before he died. Her French kiss includes Belgium? Oh, get it? Because huge mouth. I don't know what it is about this subreddit that just doesn't tickle my fancy anymore. It really doesn't, you know? But here I am, still being made to do it, week after week. Why would the Grim Reaper need a scythe if he can kill people just by touching them? Because he's the Grim Reaper, and he needs a scythe to reap. Otherwise, he would be known as the Grim Toucher, and that might get him on a list. Well, I don't think it would matter if he was on a list or not, all right? The Grim Reaper, who cares? Oh no, he's on the list. He kills people, okay? And he ferries them to the other side. He's not exactly like a bad guy, but he's not a good guy either necessarily. He's part of the natural order of things, so whatever, I suppose. Sure, it's probably due to his name. He's got to have that scythe, but you know what? In my opinion, it's always been more of an aura thing, you know? Without it, he's just not as cool. He has to have an accessory. He's got to have his little weapon, okay? Them. How clean can Japan really be? Them. Oh, right, they're gutters. Gotcha. You think that's impressive? America's so clean that we have people living in the gutter. Yeah, we've got tons of people living in the gutter. Tons and tons and tons and tons and tons. Also, come on. Look, I know it's a cleaner place, but let's stop romanticizing modern civilization. There are plenty of places that are squeaky clean and gorgeous there, but much like a lot of other spots, it can get gross and dank and as well, okay? Just stop it, all right? Let's stop this. What is the question for y'all? If your username is the answer, that's the question? Have you seen the hamster? None of that made any sense. I mean, I get the joke at the end, but just none of it made sense leading up to it, so I don't know what's going on. Mr. Beast says he wants to recreate the Hunger Games in real life with the winner taking home $1 million. There are at least 3 books on why this is a bad idea. He doesn't give it. He just wants money. That robot just needs more money, okay? And I'm sorry, if you're gonna recreate the Hunger Games, $1 million ain't shit. No, it needs to be like a $50 million grand prize after taxes, you jackass. And that's like minimum. That's me being as conservative as possible on that estimate. I haven't seen K-pop Demon Hunters, so I just have nothing to say on the movie itself, but I just want to say that I hate this gif, and I want to strangle something every time I see it. This is the worst way to depict someone eating a sushi whatever in a kid movie. You know it's fictional because they let the K-pop stars eat. Well, they're not just K-pop stars. You would know that if you watched it. They're way cooler than that, okay? I do love the movie details, though. That is one of my absolute favorite subreddits. Maybe I'll get the chance to cover it here on EmKay very soon. I hope and imagine. Ladies, stop having sex with men who aren't capable of your financial responsibilities. What's he bringing to the table? When you people tweet these things, please also state how much you charge for sex. No one likes to DM for prices. Yes, just be upfront about it. I charge a lot, by the way. Like a ton. Like at least $40. Was showing my mom a pic of this cute guy I'm texting, but he's 6'7", and she was like, Christ, he looks like he'd eat you for breakfast. And I was like, I hope so. And now she's not talking to me. My mother told me that if I ever met a man who could lick his eyebrows, I should marry him. I was 11. Who the f can even do that anyways? What a weird thing to say to an 11-year-old. What a gross thing to say. The little twink loves his muscle mommy. Okay. Why is 69 afraid of 70? Because they once had a fight in 71. Sorry, guys. 70 is a rumored cannibal, but no one can prove who's 78. 78 my ass. God, how many more of these types of number jokes can we actually come up with as a society as we go down the line? Like, truly! I hate the word nut. There's a nicer word. Oh, look at the squirrel storing for the winter. Oh, go find God. Otters show their babies when they are in danger to make the enemy feel mercy. Human shield. That just seems like some shit someone absolutely made the fuck up, right? Stratolaunch, the biggest plane in the world, is about to fly. Yep, I figured that was gonna be the joke. I called it in my own brain a mile ago. I waved at a man because I thought he waved at me. Apparently he waved to another woman. So to get out of the awkward situation, I kept my hand up and a taxi pulled over and drove me to the airport. I'm now in Poland starting a new life. Randomly raising your hand and surprising Poland with a visit used to be a German tradition. Always comes back to him, doesn't it? How healthy or unhealthy is Panda Express? I'm talking about food items such as white rice, super greens, and the broccoli beef. It can't be all that bad for you, right? It's so healthy. Me and my buddies love sharing one big serving of rice. We blindfold ourselves and use our tongues to explore the rice itself. It's like a maze. And if you accidentally rub up against a friend's tongue, that's okay. We're all here to feast. That sure is something that isn't actually, like, I'm sorry. It's just not actually funny, okay? Someone saw this question, and because they didn't put like a serious flair or tag or whatever you want to call it on there, they just decided to project and go, I want to make out with my friends. Like, okay. The first two out of 3 years of The Truman Show must have been really boring to watch. Or not 2 out of 3, 2 to 3? I don't know. I wonder if they showed... I'm just not enjoying this right now. Shine on You Crazy Diamond in Jerusalem. Uncut in Jerusalem?